Take Pride Winnipeg helps to keep our city clean and encourages Winnipeggers to do the same. After the snow melts, the organization releases its annual litter index to let people know just how dirty our city is and which areas are grittier than others. Joining us now from Take Pride Winnipeg is Tom Ethans. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for joining us. Now, before we get started to the litter index, let's talk about Take Pride Winnipeg itself. If someone's just moved here, they have no idea what you do, what is it exactly?
Take Pride is a registered charitable organization dedicated to inspiring community pride, raising public awareness, and promoting responsibility in helping to make Winnipeg and Manitoba clean and beautiful. And we do that in a number of ways with our spring cleanup, spring, summer, fall cleanup of litter. We get rid of graffiti, and we have students that we hire in the spring and summer to plant and water trees, pick up litter, and do special projects. We also do a lot of the murals that we commission around the city of Winnipeg, and there are over 600 murals in Winnipeg, and we're considered to be the mural capital of Canada. And then we do a lot of education programs in the schools, getting the young students to understand how they can go out and make a difference. And it really has been fantastic over the last 28 years that I've been with Take Pride Winnipeg.
They're really helping to clean things up. Before we get to that, let's talk about the litter index. You release it every year. The snow is pretty much melting away now. What are we seeing under all that snow?
Well, unfortunately, when the snow melts in Winnipeg, we get to see the worst of Winnipeg, and there are so many streets that need help. And when I say need help, it's not just one person picking up a few pieces of litters. It's going to be a group of people that would have to go out and pick up 20 or 30 or 40 bags of litter on a particular block. And so once people start going out, it's amazing how quickly our city rejuvenates itself and starts to look better.
The Jets are in the playoffs. We want our streets to look good right now. Which areas are the worst that you've seen so far?
Well, the worst areas are really the Northwest. Has some really bad streets up along Oak Point Highway and the perimeter to McPhillips, and then Keewatin and Burroughs, and you can continue there. But every area of Winnipeg has got some streets that really need some help. And talking Kenaston, around McGilvery, and down to the perimeter, Bison Drive by the University of Manitoba. Lots of different areas need help. And we've already got so many groups that are starting to go out now to register to get bags and gloves and be able to get out there.
And you want people to pick them up even if they're not part of, a cleanup effort. If you see something on the street, just pick it up and put it in the garbage. If
every person walked outside today, it's not a bad day, picked up one piece of litter, that's 1.3 million pieces of litter off the ground in Manitoba. Doesn't take much to make a difference, and we all have to work together to make our city and our province look better.
Okay, and we know the wind is a factor in the city as well. It whips things around. You might put something in the garbage, it'll find a way out of there. But again, just do what you can and ensure that you put things in the garbage.
Exactly, and stop littering. And if you've got some litter in your hand, take it home with you and put it in the bins properly rather than throwing it on the ground. And really, let's work together to make our city better.
Let's talk about cigarette butts. This has been an issue for a long time. Cigarette butts don't decompose. They just sit there forever. What do you want people to think? If they're smokers, what do you want them to think
Well,
about?
They have to understand that they don't biodegrade. They end up going in our rivers and lakes and harming our animals. Cigarette butts account for 30% of litter on the streets. And our students went out a couple of years ago and picked up cigarette butts and counted them for just an hour a day for 5 days, and they picked up 39,500 cigarette butts, and it was a mountain this high of cigarette butts, and that's sad to see. And people have to understand that it's so much easier to not throw them on the ground, but to put them where they belong, or we give out free pocket ashtrays that we will give to people, and then they can put their cigarette butts in there and then dispose of them properly.
Sounds good. And if you want to help out in any way, you're encouraged to put a group together and do a family effort, a work team effort, do anything you can to support the cause and go out there and pick up garbage.